Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Let me break that pot real quick. Alright, we're going to finish off some quest line, get a few more heart pieces in this episode. We're going to get, I think, 4 more heart pieces, enough to get us another heart container, and by the end of this video, we're only going to be missing 2 masks, 3 heart pieces before the end game. I'll know I'll be short. If you know what comes at the end, then you understand why I'm only saying 3. But anyway, let's mess with the scarecrow and let's whip out the ocarina. Oh, baby, that's a nice thing you got there. Let me hear a song you wrote on that. Sure, I'll play you a totally original song. I mean, who knows where that one's from? Yow! Oh yeah, that's a nice tune, baby. By the way, I know of a mysterious song that allows you to manipulate the flow of time. Want to learn it? No, I already know it. Oh, sorry, that's too bad. If you'd like to see me again, play that song you just played for me. See you later, baby. Well, if you know where that song's from, I mean, you don't get anything, but kudos to you. You're awesome. So anyway, there are 2 spots in the whole world where you can summon him to help you get a heart piece. So I will actually, you know what? I don't need to cut anything out. Let's just go to Snowhead, because that's going to be the easier of the 2 to get right now. The second one's in Great Bay, which, oh, let me actually set up Snowhead. I was about to head south, like, no, Snowhead's to the north. No, like, I can't believe, like, we have so little really left to do, but I know the last bit of the game is going to take forever. Like, I can't even stress that enough. Like, the last bit of this game is going to be just hands down very time consuming. Like, oh, well, maybe it would help if I didn't run into a tree. Come on. Okay, well that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. Oh, man. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of feeling, yes, it's depression I'm feeling right now. Like, okay, where we have to go? There we go. Let me make sure I have enough magic. I don't know, like, I think it's just, like, I had a moment last night, and this episode's going to be a little bit heavy as I kind of delve into some mental health stuff. Making sure I play the song right. By the way, you can't take the Scarecrow song back in time with you. You go back in time, you got to play a whole different song for him. But anyway, I'm going to be talking most of this episode and not really explaining what I'm doing. So just kind of watch what I'm doing, if that makes sense, at least for the first bit of this. But I'm definitely feeling something. Like last night, it hit me kind of hard. Like, I guess the best way you can put it is like, nostalgia's just one hell of a drug, honestly, until you realize it's just happy memories. It's not your life nowadays. Like, it hit me pretty bad last night that it's like, you know, I'm trying to recapture a lot of feelings of, you know, when I was younger. Like, I could hit us with a bunch of nostalgia stuff right now. Like, I remember going to Blockbuster and picking out a movie or a new game to play. I remember Kmart and Sears and all that stuff. Like, I remember good things, but I also remember being happy. And I think it just hit me last night that I'm like trying to dive so much into nostalgia, whether it's games, books, TV shows, that it kind of all just hit me all at once. And I had a little moment. And I'm not shy about the fact that I do struggle a bit mentally. Like, I'm not shy about that at all. Okay, seriously, do I have to get closer? Like, is that it? Am I just not close enough? Like, and this isn't stuff I get to be as open with as I'd like, because, I mean, it's kind of hard to be open nowadays, but here I can be more anonymous, and open up more about. And I ended up talking to like one of my friends and he just asked me, he's like, how you doing? He's like, because I know like mentally you do struggle a lot. And it's like, yeah, I do. And I wish I didn't. Maybe it's I just miss things, I guess. I don't know how to describe it fully, but it just kind of hit me that I'm an adult. And I was just so upset about that, like that I'm an adult and I have to pay bills and taxes and all that stuff. Like that all. Okay, I gotta remember how close I have to be to play the Scarecrow song. Let's try that again. I don't know, like like I said in a previous part, hang on. There we go. And I mentioned in a previous part that I've been rereading books that I read when I was younger. Like, hold on. I gotta remember my own song. Like, I'm so busy just being depressed right now. I feel like I'm tearing up, like, right now, honestly. Like, it's not a lie, and I'll always be open with that. Like, depression is real. And I've been talking with my sister a lot about it because we both have similar things, and I think a lot of problems that I have like stem from not exactly having the happiest childhood. Because like we've both been talking about it to each other and in therapy, and like I'll delve more into that later on in this series, like in the next part. But like we had it easy, but like we didn't have it easy. Like we didn't want for anything because our parents had stable careers and could afford things, but that doesn't necessarily mean we were happy. Like there's some things that money just can't buy you. Like, and it's not like our parents were absentee parents. Actually, quite the opposite. Helicopter parents. Oh, I mean, my parents split up, and I know one half was very absentee, and I'm still coming to terms with that. I don't know, like, where am I going with this? I just know that, I don't know, I just feel empty. And I'm angry that I feel empty. By the way, this is the last Bomber's Notebook quest line we have to do. Andrew's grandmother. So let's throw on the all-night mask so we can talk to her because she talks forever. The elderly man, you gotta love him. Oh, Tortoise, did you finish helping Father? Then let Mother read you a story. Now, which story would you like to hear? All right, she tells you 2 stories. One of them will take 2 hours off the clock. The other one will be till morning. You have to answer a question at the end of each. So let's read some stories. Let's read about the Carnival of Time first. The Carnival of Time, is it? The carnival is almost here, so it's good for you to learn its meaning. It's a little long, but I'll read it with, some enthusiasm. The Carnival of Time. Each year, the season of harmony begins when the sun and moon are in alignment, paying homage to the way that both nature and time are tirelessly in the process of progressing. Good God, I feel like I'm being attacked right now. I'm talking about my nostalgia and stuff, and she's talking about time marching forward. I think that's my... Mother of God, I'm getting emotional here. Jeez, man. Okay, that's creepy. For ages, people have worn masks, resembling the giants who are the gods of the 4 worlds. Now, it has become a custom for each person to bring a handmade mask to the Carnival of Time. It is said that if a couple unite on the day of the festival and dedicated a mask as a sign of their union, it would bring luck. The centerpiece of the carnival is the clock tower. On the eve of all the festivities, the doors to its roof are opened. From atop the clock tower, a ceremony to call the gods is held, and an ancient song is sung. All of these festivities for the Carnival of Time are held so that we may ask the gods for a rich harvest in the year to come. The end. Good God, I feel emotional. You did a good job. That's all for Tortoise. Now, when does the clock tower roof open? On the eve of the festival. You did a good job remembering. That's the boy I'm proud of. I'll give you some candy as a prize. So she's like super confused and thinks you're Andrew's father. Andrew's grandmother was added to your notebook, and you got praised by the old woman. This was added to your notebook. All right, but we got one more story to go through, so let's hit it, Grandma. Oh, Tortoise, did you finish helping Father? Then let Mother read you a story. We're going to do the four giants this time. The four giants, is it? Now, this one's actually interesting. This is quite long, but it's a good story for you to hear, so I'll read it with some extra gusto. The four giants. This tale's from long ago when all the people weren't separated into four worlds like they are now. In those times, all the people lived together and the four giants lived among them. On the day of the festival that celebrates the harvest, the giants spoke to the people. We have chosen to guard the people while we sleep. 100 steps north, 100 steps south, 100 steps east, 100 steps west. Isn't that what Tale told us? Yes, it is. If you have need, call us in a loud voice by declaring something such as the mountain blizzard has trapped us, or the ocean is about to swallow us. Your cries shall carry to us. Now then, there was one who was shocked and saddened by all this, a little imp. The imp was a friend of the giants since before they had created the four worlds. Why must you leave? Why do you not stay? The childhood friend felt neglected, so he spread his anger across the four worlds. Repeatedly, he wronged all people. Overwhelmed with misfortune, the people sang the song of prayer to the giants who lived in each of the four compass directions. The giants heard their cry and responded with a roar. Oh, imp, we are the protectors of the people. You have caused the people pain. Oh, imp, leave these four worlds, otherwise we shall tear you apart. The imp was frightened and saddened. He had lost his old friends. The imp returned to the heavens, and harmony was restored to the four worlds, and the people rejoiced, and they worshipped the giants and the four worlds like gods, and they lived happily ever after. Well, the imp didn't, and if you haven't picked it up, that is the lore of the Skull Kid. Wasn't that fun, Tortoise? What did the people do to call the giants? So for the first story, the short one, you have to answer correctly. For this one, just say, Oh, really? But you listened hard, so Mother is happy. I'll give you some candy as your prize. And we got some candy. Now, if this is a candy in the shape of a heart, this has got to be diabetic, am I right? All right, so now we only need 3 more heart pieces, plus the heart container from the next area, and then some fun stuff at the end. But anyway, that's all for this episode, and I'll be emotional in the next episode too, so I will see y'all then. I'll actually meet y'all in Icona Valley, so everybody, I will see you then.